Well, welcome into Weather Unfiltered. It is a Friday, and we wish we had a little better news for you into the weekend.
Yeah, not only does the rain continue for a lot of you, but the severe threat is firing back up. Guess where? In the plains.
Yeah.
But would you like to get away from the severe weather? Would you like to cool down?
That sounds nice.
How would you like to go to Boston?
How cool. Probably not.
Rain and in the 50s. Tomorrow's forecast is not so bad.
Yeah.
Sunday is dreary and early spring-like.
You feel bad because some areas made a big turnaround or will make a big turnaround from last weekend. Other spots stuck in the yuck.
Now, it will warm up later next week, but that doesn't make you feeling better about your weekend.
Nope.
And if you're in the South, you're in the soup.
Yes, it has been warm and muggy.
Know the cause, but the delay is a major setback for the company that also is a key part of NASA's Artemis missions. When you have to investigate why that explosion occurred, but then you got to repair the launch pad, and then you got to figure out, could this set back future missions and the plans for the moon? For sure. I
read you can build a rocket relatively quickly, but to repair and rebuild that launch pad, that's going to take some time. Now, we look at the radar recap here. 10 miles away, we did have some thunderstorms, not necessarily making any kind of implication that this was a weather-related issue. They said an anomaly, so something technologically went wrong.
So isn't it amazing, though? There aren't too many things that humans can generate that will outdo the power of a thunderstorm with all that vicious lightning. But this was one of those cases.
Pretty wild stuff. Some crazy video coming on the heels of
for places like the Florida Panhandle.
Yes, those areas, you may be running away from the beach into the weekend with the rain showers moving in. Always be prepared, though. Check in on that weather app, and the sky. The telltale signs that storms are on the way. Panama City Beach here in Florida, both Saturday and Sunday at least offer up that isolated risk of a thunderstorm or a shower. The good news is if you want the beach time to be a bit more guaranteed, morning is always a safer bet than the afternoon. So these will be more diurnal thunderstorms. So mornings quieter, afternoon hours bringing more cloud cover, more showers, more thunderstorms. So always a good bet. If you want the sunshine, you got to get out of bed a little bit earlier. Pensacola, we will be watching for some of those showers and thunderstorms. Temps around 87, though. Burn time when it is sunny, around 10 minutes. So really important that you put on the sunscreen. Nobody wants to return from a vacation burned. That's like a telltale sign you're like a beach newbie. Clearwater, Florida, you got 86, burn time 15 to 25 minutes with a bit more cloud cover. I love that the air temperature and the water temperature are essentially the same there. So no issues getting in the water. It is bath water. Down in Miami Beach, Florida, we've got temps in the upper 80s both Saturday and Sunday. Any risk of shower, thunderstorm activity, Dr. Nab, going to be very, very isolated down here into South Florida. But if you get one, boy, it'll pour on you.
Yeah, the three things I worry about safety-wise when I go to the rip currents, because it's perpendicular to the shape of the coastline. So we are perpetually moderate to high risk of rip currents along that Panhandle Beach coast. And there's a problem along the east coast of Florida because of the flow around the Bermuda High toward these fronts. It maximizes the rip current risk in both places with that flow.
Yeah, so you're just getting that push of water onto the beach. Now, we look at Pensacola Beach, medium risk tomorrow and again Sunday, lower Monday. So if you've got the whole week, but even on those low risk days, Dr. Nab, we can still get them.
Low risk doesn't mean zero risk, but we, with a front coming down, settling over northern Florida, you have a little bit less of that barreling south to north flow that we've been having. But you can often tell the discoloration where the rip current risk is, and that's where there's a current going out. So that you can see from this why if you swim parallel to the shore, you have a chance to break the grip of the rip.
Yeah, so swim near the lifeguards. If you're in doubt, ask questions. That's what they're there for. And again, just get their attention if you get caught. They'll come out and get you.